Good morning. Welcome to Deacon Jody Daily. Today we continue with the reading from 1 Samuel about Samuel and Saul. And then in the reading from Mark, we have Jesus being challenged about his followers not fasting. So if you like the videos, please like them and share them, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, and follow me on the Deacon Jody Moscona Facebook page. Thank you very much for continuing to share these, because we're pushing them out for them. I'm not going to do it too long today. I have to go down to Manresa, the retreat center, because I'm going for spiritual direction this morning. So let's talk about this first reading. So here, to set this up, so Saul has been made king, and he's given specific instructions through Samuel from the Lord on to go take care of Amalek. It's the Amalekites. Sorry about that. Just having a little bit of a challenge with that Amalekites. So anyway, so what happens is Saul does take care of them, but they take the spoils of battle, and they're not supposed to do that. So Samuel confronts Saul. Why did you disobey God? Why did you take the spoils of battle? Why did you take the sheep and the goats? And Saul immediately says, "Oh wait, I did what God said. We took care of the battle, and my men decided to take this stuff, and we're going to do it for sacrifices." And that's when the famous lines about God does not want sacrifice, he wants obedience comes from. And that is the theme for this first reading today. Obedience. Following God's commands is more important than sacrifice or religion. And that ties into the reading from Mark, where Jesus is not, his people are not fasting, and when he's challenged, because John the Baptist people fasted and so on and so forth, he says, look, you don't fast when the bridegroom is here. You wait till the bridegroom's gone, then you fast. He's saying that, in essence, that the formalities of things are less important than the character of the thing. Relationship is more important than perfunctory things. And Bishop Barron's reflection today, what he says is, remember, this banquet theme is from the Old Testament to the New, that there's this banquet going on. In fact, the banquet continues. The heavenly banquet is what we share at the Eucharistic table, and that's a big part of the reference to the banquet. But it all comes back to the point of being obedient to God as love, and that we are supposed to carry on the love of God through relationships. And when we disobey God, there are consequences. And we talked about natural law the other day, and it's something that really it continues to be important, I think, that we overlook. That we tend to think of things in the worldly way instead of the spiritual way. And I think that sometimes we lose the fact that God is a spiritual being, right? And that we are spirits living in a body. And we have to deal with the fact that we have to deal with this body. And the temptations is to take care of bodily things over the spiritual things. And that's not always the best way to look at things. So I think that today, if we, in our meditation, focus on obedience to God, to the natural order, to the way God made the world, then we come in congruence with the way God wants things to happen. which is in a way that um, justifies the covenant relationship. And remember, God always wanted to have a covenant relationship with his people. And when you are in obedience with the covenant, you get blessings. But when you violate the covenant, then you don't get blessings, you get curses. And that's what happens when you violate natural law. The curses come. And so that's a powerful um, reminder of why we should conform and be obedient to the natural order. So with that, I'm going to thank you all for continuing to support these videos, and I'll make sure that I might do another video a little bit later on some other themes that I've been thinking about. So you pray for me, I'll pray for you. God bless everybody.